I have recently seen a lot of videos from our young girls who wrongly proclaim that African culture, especially the Igbo culture, they even say Igbo men are misogynistic. And I laugh. We have never been misogynistic. In the Igbo culture, even in our pantheons, our deities, the male and female are respected. Even in our masquerades, we have female masquerades. Abogomo is a feminine masquerade. Adamma is a feminine masquerade. These are sacred things in Igbo land, but still respecting the women. When we break kola nut, we have the male kola, we have the female kola. The African culture, especially the Igbo culture, pays so much respect and regard to women. In our kingship system, in western parts of Igbo land and also some other parts of Igbo land, when we coronate a king as king, the Ada in that family or the person selected by the gods of the land becomes the queen of the market, controlling the economy of that particular community. This is how highly we place women. When we have Diola, the head son, the head master of all the sons, who is the oldest man that leads a lineage by gerontocracy, we also have Ada, who is the oldest female that leads the women in the lineage. Look at this very beautiful video and you find a king, Obi Engineer Mboka Ezaguna, the king of Iseluku kingdom, standing proudly beside a woman who is described as the Ada of a certain village called Obowole in Iseluku kingdom. That is our king. That is how kings in Western Igbo land stand beside people who are older by age to them. While we respect kingship, we also respect gerontocracy. Yes, we do. The women in Western Igbo land and other parts of Igbo land are highly respected. Decisions taken by women cannot be reversed by men in most cases. Matters concerning adultery are handled by women. There are important matters that can never be handled by men. Widowhood practices are one of them. Adultery is one of them. The perpetrations of adultery. They are subjects that men have no jurisdiction over. They are strictly handled by the women folk. So while we have a male patriarchal system, we also have a matriarchal system. And they have chiefs. These or more have their chiefs in the various courts. And they administer over cases and pass judgment. Please, I want to use this short video to correct the impression that African men are misogynistic. In fact, that Igbo men are very misogynistic. Some people also use the example that we do not allow our women to inherit things. Very funny. In the system of inheritance, there are things a man cannot inherit in Igbo land. I cannot inherit my mother's pot. I cannot inherit my mother's box of jewelry. Even if we are 9 sons and there is only one daughter, she is the one that will inherit that. A woman's inheritance goes to her female children. A man's inheritance goes to his male children, except there are exceptions made. The instruction to the Opala of the family is not take your father's property. It is leave your brothers and sisters to go and share your father's belongings. The things that are movable are given to the women. The things that are not movable are not given to them. A woman who is married to another kingdom cannot be given one land to return from her husband's house or what. Even in some parts of Igbo land, the women are returned to their father's house for interment. That way, we ensure that the women have a place in their father's house because they will be returned for burial. Yes. In my own community, a woman who is married will be buried in her father's house if she did not have a child in the marriage. In some other parts of Anioma, whether she had a child or not, she will be returned to her father's house for burial. We do not throw away our female children. We do not joke, in fact, with female children in Igbo land. People have gone to war because of women. Wars have ended because of women. The war between Obunuku and Benin was because of a woman. We do not joke with women, please. I don't know where all this revisionism and ignorance is flying around from. Igbo, I'm upset. That's why I'm having this kind of case. But I should be smiling while correcting you. Igbo are not misogynistic at all. If the man start to cry out, you will also hate it. No matter what my mother had in her box of jewelry, no matter the properties she has, it belongs to her girl children. If she owns a house, if a mother owns a house in Western Igbo land, traditionally that house belongs to the last son. So you see, if she has daughters, all her properties, her jewelry, everything her husband ever gave to her belongs to her female children. None of the sons will ever ask for anything from those properties. And you know some women can be very wealthy, wealthier than their husband. So please, let's stop this and celebrate our uniqueness. Igbo, our ancestral and cultural heritage is very ancient. Let us not start making it look like it is not. We had a system whereby a man will take care of certain responsibilities, a woman will take care of certain responsibilities. It is these people that brought in modernity, that taught you and your lights that, yeah, it is a 50-50 something. If a man goes to work, the wife goes to work, everybody goes to work. Now everybody is going to work. The children are becoming lousy, irresponsible, and untrained, and insolent. Who is to blame? You have become too modern that you forgot who you are. Now you are saying our men are misogynistic. They want to control. Please, Igbo culture is so beautiful. If you know it, not if you experience the wrong side of it. Why are you as a woman trying to inherit your father's farmland? Are you going to farm? Are you going to farm? Why will me as a man want to inherit my mother's box of jewelry? Am I going to wear jewelry? Or am I going to give them to my wife? It is shared. Everything in Igbo land is shared. I said if you break kola nut, there's a male one, there's a female one. In our deities, in our trees, we know that palm tree is a woman tree. Other tree is a woman tree. Oji is a male. Yam is male. These are things that we have in Igbo land. We know the ones that are male, the ones that are female. The male doesn't go and start showing too much power or ownership or overbearance towards the female. While the female doesn't do so. I've never seen a woman climbing kola nut tree. It's an abomination, in fact, in Igbo land. Or a woman harvesting yam is an abomination as well in Igbo land. So please, let us understand what makes us unique and celebrate it instead of trying to drag it down. You saw a king there standing beside a woman as she is being coronated. We do not treat women wrongly. Beside every king in Igbo land, there is a queen. Beside any king. The artifacts that were discovered in Ibuku, the most prominent of them is a woman, showing signs of royalty by bearing ichimas on her face and wearing beads on her head. Why now? Why did we now start bringing up the idea that Igbo culture is misogynistic and Igbo men are misogynistic? How? It is just shared. There are things that belong to a man. There are things that belong to a woman. Simple. That is how it is in Igbo culture. There are things I cannot dabble into as a man. There are things you as a woman should never dabble into. If they are discussing how a woman committed adultery, how they are doing propitiation, it is not in the jurisdiction of men to treat. Okay, are they iffy? It is in the jurisdiction of women. But there are topics too that are for men that women should not even attend meeting for. Our ancestors were very wise people. They were not perfect, but they were very, very wise. There are things they knew and understood and followed it culturally, and they attained results. Thank you for watching this very beautiful short video. If this is your first time of seeing any of our videos, please look through our channel. You will find many other beautiful, interesting videos you would like. Comment on them, share them to your platform. As usual, my name is Ngozi Chukwuka Fortune, and I will look forward to seeing you in our subsequent videos. Thank you. Bye.